Hello, Taylor Ellwood here, and I thought I would shoot a behind the scenes video today since it's been a little while since you've heard from me, and I want to talk about how I discover the unusual angles that I write about in my fiction. So, as you know, I'm working on Learning How to Fly, which is going to be coming out later this year, and the unusual angle for that story, at least initially, is that the superhero or the protagonist in question can fly, but not very well. And he has to attend remedial flying school. Now, generally, when you think of superheroes, you probably think of them as having, being able to fly. Like there's no question of it. They just know how to do it. But I thought, I love comic books. I love the superhero thing. I thought it would be fun to explore this topic from an unusual angle, namely that, you've got this superhero that can fly but can't do it very well. Well, why is that? And what do you do? What do you do to solve that particular problem when they should be able to fly well? They shouldn't have any issues. It's the same thing with my other upcoming book, The Zombie Apocalypse Call Center. The Zombie Apocalypse Call Center is all predicated on this idea that you're in this that if there's a zombie apocalypse, is there support? Is there somebody that you can call to help you get your way through the zombie apocalypse? And what does that look like when you're trying to get help from them? How would support help you out with that? What would be involved, and what products would you even sell to somebody trying to get through the zombie apocalypse? Because let's be honest here, if you have a call support center, you probably are selling products to people. I like to explore unusual angles because it's a fun way to take something that's already out there and has established tropes and totally turn them on their ear and do something completely different with them, and in the process hopefully amuse people and entertain them and get them all suspensed and everything else. And it's something that just absolutely fascinates me because it's a fun way to explore how to take the norms of a given world and totally turn it upside down. The way that I go about discovering unusual angles partially is just based on the fact that I read a lot of fiction, and I read a lot of other books. I love to read, and I find that by reading a lot of fiction and other books, it really helps me see the world differently. And at the same time, it lets me really see like where's the gap in this literature. Um, in academia, they talk about this. I used to be an academic, so I know this. Um, they'll say, okay, when you're trying to discover what research you're going to do, you want to find the gap in the available literature. So basically, what hasn't been covered in the literature, what angle, and if there's one thing that benefited me from going through graduate school, it was learning that concept of, finding that gap, because it's something that I employ in my nonfiction writing, and it's something I employ in my fiction writing, where I'm always looking for something a little different in terms of how the world looks at things. I'm always looking at, how can I discover that unusual angle that's going to help me create a story or write a new nonfiction book, whatever it is, but create something that's unusual that will grab people's attention and entertain them and educate them and show them something different about the world they live in. I do this also from a place of curiosity and wonder. I am insatiably curious, and I feel a sense of wonder when I look at the world around me because there's so many hidden things. I mean, as a little exercise here for you, go outside at some point today and just take a moment and really soak in what's around you. Take a deep breath. Smell the air. Let your ears really just pay attention to the sounds. Look around you. Feel. What is it that you discover? What's there that you take for granted but is still there nonetheless? These are the things that I look at in the world around me when it comes to what it is I'm looking for. So I wanted to share that with you because I'm always writing and always thinking of different things, and I thought it would be kind of a fun way to share this topic with you. And I look forward to another video here soon. Thanks and take care. And check out my free story, which is The Deadly Mental Waves of Flower. If you want to get a feel for what my fiction is like, you'll get to discover what happens when the quiet life of a fishbowl is disrupted by a flower. It's exciting. All right. Take care and talk to you later.